Hey, y'all, picture this. It's a miserable, rain-soaked night in Detroit, the kind where the wind cuts through you like a knife, and the streets are just a mess of honking cars and flickering streetlights. I'm Marcus Reed, just clocked out from a brutal 10-hour shift at Joey's Grill, my apron still smelling like fryer grease and regret, when I spot an older lady, maybe 70, standing alone under a busted awning, clutching a shredded umbrella like it's her last lifeline. Now, I could have kept walking, head down, straight to my one-room apartment, but something about her, shivering and looking so damn lost, just stops me cold. I'm no hero, trust me. I'm just a guy who's been through some stuff 3 years in lockup for a dumb choice I made at 19, trying to scrape together cash for my sister's hospital bills. Yeah, I held up a corner store with a toy gun, thought I was some kind of Robin Hood, and ended up with a rap sheet instead. That was 6 years ago, and I've been clawing my way back ever since, slinging burgers, studying code on a laptop that sounds like it's auditioning for a jet engine. But that night, seeing her there, it's like I saw my own mom, back when we were waiting on miracles that never showed up. So, I shrug off my jacket, me one good jacket, mind you, the one I wear to interviews to look like I've got my life together, and hold it over her head. "Ma'am, you good?" I ask, keeping my voice low, careful not to spook her. She looks at me, eyes sharp but wary, like she's sizing up whether I'm trouble. "Bus is late," she says, voice thin against the storm. "Been waiting forever." I glance at the bus stop sign, half the schedule washed away by rain. "Yeah, these night buses are a gamble in weather like this," I tell her. "Sometimes they just skip stops." She nods, but her shoulders slump, like she's carrying every disappointment life's ever thrown at her. I hold the jacket steady, rain soaking through my shirt, and we just stand there, two strangers caught in this little pocket of quiet while the city rages around us. She keeps sneaking glances at me, like I'm a puzzle she can't quite crack. When the bus finally rolls up, I help her climb aboard, her hand cold and frail in mine. She turns to say something, but the driver's already grumbling, doors hissing shut, and just like that, she's gone, taillights fading into the dark. I trudge home, soaked to the bone, shoes squelching, but there's this tiny spark in my chest, like maybe I did something that mattered, even if no one else will ever know. Fast forward 3 days, and I'm standing outside Pinnacle Tech's glass tower, feeling like a fish out of water among all these suits who look like they were born with stock options. I'm here for a shot at a junior coder gig, a long shot for a guy like me, but my resume polished with community college certs and a couple of apps I built in my spare time somehow got me through the door. My throat's scratchy from the cold I caught in that storm, but I can't blow this. Inside, the lobby's all marble and money, the kind of place that makes you feel small just for breathing. The receptionist gives me a look, that quick flicker of judgment when she sees my name on the list, probably flagged with my record. 15th floor, she says, voice flat. "Elevator's over there." Upstairs, the interview room's like something out of a corporate thriller. Big table, 3 execs staring me down. There's Lisa and Gwen from HR, all sharp edges and perfect posture. Greg Harper from IT, who looks like he'd rather be anywhere else. And then there's Vivian Caldwell, the COO, silver hair pulled back tight, eyes like she's already decided my fate. They start easy, asking about my coding projects, my Python skills, the database app one built for a local nonprofit. I'm holding my own, feeling almost normal, like maybe I belong here until Lisa flips open a folder and the air gets heavy. "Marcus," she says, voice like a lawyer reading a verdict. "Your background check shows a conviction for armed robbery. 3 years in prison." Care to explain? My stomach drops, but I've rehearsed this moment 100 times. I meet her eyes, keep my voice steady. "Yes, ma'am. When I was 19, I robbed a store. Toy gun, no shots fired, but I scared the clerk bad, took a couple $100, and got caught before I even left the lot. I was desperate. Me sister was in the hospital. We had no insurance, and I thought I could fix it with one stupid move." Greg leans back, arms crossed. "You threatened someone, Marcus. That's not just a mistake. That's a choice." I nod, not looking away. "It was. And I've spent every day since trying to make it right. Got my GED in prison, learned to code on a computer older than me, been working at Joey's Grill since I got out, saving for college, volunteering at a youth center. I'm not that kid anymore." Vivian's been quiet, just watching, her face unreadable. Then she leans forward. Why should we pick you over someone with the same skills, but a clean record? My heart's pounding, but I take a breath. Because I know what it's like to lose everything. I know what this chance means. I'll work harder than anyone else you've got, because I don't take a single day for granted. They thank me, say they'll call by Friday, and I walk out feeling like I just left my soul on that table. In the elevator, surrounded by people who've never had to justify their existence, I'm already bracing for the rejection email. But here's where it gets wild. That night, Vivian Caldwell's at home, rain tapping her windows, and she's thinking about Minute Marcus the ex-con, but the guy who gave her his jacket in the storm. Yeah, that lady from the bus stop. She's the COO of Pinnacle Tech. She didn't know my name then, didn't know my story, but she remembers the guy who stood in the rain so she could stay dry, who helped her onto that bus without asking for a dime. And now, sitting in her fancy office, she's holding my resume, putting 2 and 2 together. Greg and Lisa are pushing to pass on me to Risky. They say, what if he snaps? What if he steals data? But Vivian's not having it. She calls Lisa the next morning, voice like steel. We're hiring him. 6-month probation, limited access, but he's in. Lisa tries to argue, mentions the board, but Vivian shuts it down. This is my call. So, I get the job. First day at Pinnacle, I'm walking into this sleek office, cubicle barely big enough for my coffee mug and a photo of my sister, healthy now, thank God. My nameplate says, Marcus Reed, software developer, probationary, like it's screaming my past to everyone. My team lead, Rachel, is cool but cautious, assigns me grunt work bug fixes, documentation, nothing fancy. I can feel eyes on me, whispers when I turn my back. Word gets around fast, and not everyone's thrilled about the ex-con in the next cubicle. Then there's Derek, this smug coder with a fancy degree and a chip on his shoulder. He's got it out for me from day one, like I'm a threat to his little kingdom of pull requests. I keep my head down, grind through the work. One day, I get assigned a bug and their payment system keeps crashing, driving the support team nuts. I dig in, find a nasty race condition that only pops up under heavy traffic. Takes me 2 hours to crack it, and when I submit the fix, Rachel's eyebrows hit the ceiling. Derek spent a week on this and got nowhere, she says, half impressed, half shocked. Derek overhears, his face turning red, but I just shrug. Fresh eyes, I guess. Things come to a head in a team meeting a month in. Rachel's assigning tasks for a big client project, some fancy retail app, and Derek decides it's his moment. He leans forward, voice loud enough for the whole room. Look, no offense, but are we really trusting sensitive client data to someone who's, got a history of taking things? The room freezes. Every eye's on me, and I feel that old shame burning. But I'm not that scared kid anymore. I stand up, slow, deliberate. You're right, Derek. I took something once. Held up a store, scared a guy just trying to do his job. I was 19, desperate, and stupid. Paid for it with 3 years of my life, and I've spent every day since making sure that's not who I am. If you think I'd throw away this job, this chance, for anything, you don't get it. That's your problem, not mine. I sit down, heart racing, but the air shifts. Rachel moves on, but later, a couple teammates stop by my desk. That was badass, says Tara from QA. Derek's just mad you're better at his job. Even Mike, the database guy, gives a nod. Your code's tight, man. Don't let him get to you. Then Rachel pulls me aside, hands me a coffee. My cousin was in and out of jail for years, she says. He's a chef now, killing it. People like Derek? They can't see past their own noses. But you're the real deal. Then she drops a bomb. I'm putting you in charge of the retail project. Derek's gonna hate it, but it's yours. That project's a beast-tight deadlines, complex integrations, the kind of thing that could make or break my career here. I'm in the office before dawn, out after midnight, whiteboards covered in my chicken scratch. Derek's pissed, sniping at my decisions, emailing Greg with concerns about my leadership. But I'm in the zone, writing code like it's poetry, solving problems that make senior devs sweat. 2 weeks from the deadline, we hit a wall. Data sync keeps failing, crashing the whole system. The team's fried, ready to give up, but I stay late, coffee cups piling up until I spot it. A tiny logic error, buried deep, like a needle in a haystack. I fix it, test it, and boom, the app's running smoother than silk. Rachel's stunned. Client wants a demo next week, she says. They're already raving about you. Then I get called to Vivian's office. It's like stepping into a museum fancy furniture, view of the city that makes you feel like you're flying. She's smaller than I remember, but those eyes still cut right through you. The retail project's killing it, she says, not asking. You solved a problem that had everyone else stumped. I mumble something about teamwork, but she waves it off. Then she leans forward. 3 weeks ago, I was stuck in the rain, feeling like a drowned rat. Some guy gave me his jacket, stood there getting soaked, so I could stay dry. That was you, wasn't it? I nod, throat tight. I hired you because of that, she says. Not your rap sheet, but who you are when no one's watching. Character's not what you do in the spotlight, Marcus. It's what you do when you think it doesn't matter. She slides a folder across the desk. Your probation's over. Senior developer, full clearance, 20% raise. And one more thing, I want you to run a new program. We're recruiting people like you. People who've made mistakes but turned it around. You'll help pick him, train him, show him the ropes. I'm speechless, just staring at the papers like they might vanish. Say you'll do it justice, she says. Say you'll find others who deserve a shot. I manage a yes, ma'am, and walk out feeling like I'm floating. 6 months later, I'm in a conference room, interviewing a woman named Carla Lopez. She's 27, did a year for check fraud, got a portfolio that'd make most coders jealous. Her eyes have that same mix of hope and fear I know too well. Tell me about your work with APIs, I say, keeping it gentle. As she talks, I'm thinking about that rainy night, that jacket, that bus. One small choice led to Thism, sitting here, giving someone else the chance I almost didn't get. The program's already hired 10 people, 10 stories like mine, proving Vivian's hunch wasn't just hard, it was smart business. Out there, Detroit's still grinding, full of folks fighting their own battles, chasing their own second chances. And maybe, just maybe, one act of kindness can ripple out, change a life, change a city. So what do you think? Was Vivian right to take a chance on me? Or was Derek onto something with his doubts? Drop a comment. Tell me your take. Have you ever seen someone turn their life around? Or gotten a second shot when you needed it most? Hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next story. Let's keep this conversation going.